Hi everyone. Today we're doing pumpkin freak makeup tutorial for Halloween. So first of all, I'm using a face primer from Catrice. So basically, just apply it all over your face. Well, it depends on the amount you need. Just basically cover your face with this so that you can prevent the body paint or the products that we're using for the tutorial to get directly in touch with your face. Well, this time around I'm using a very cheap product from Daiso. It's a body paint, so it did mention not to get in touch to the eyes and the lips, so I'm trying to prevent any reactions on the skin, although I've tried it beforehand and I have no issues with it. So then I need to make the color stand, and for me it's easier to use I would say this is a eyelid primer from LA Girls. So I'm using it to trace out the outline of half the face that I am trying to create this version of the pumpkin freak. So just trace up something like how a pumpkin will look like, when Halloween comes, the pumpkins that we use. So I'm doing it on half a face only. You could do this for the whole face. Then I'm kind of like setting the primer with some black eyeshadow. Well, you can choose to skip this step if you wish to, or you can just go to the next step directly to apply the real black gel liner. I'm choosing gel because it's easier to apply, and with a brush and all that, and it's not so harsh on the eye area. Only the area that we trace in white will be covered in black. Well, I'm using just a recycled paper to trace it out, and when you have mistakes, just correct it. Well, trying to fill in all the gaps and space, while using a thinner and finer brush so that you can do some detail work. The area that we're tracing now is like the gapping mouth area, where you have sharp teeth and all that. Well, you can do it many versions. Just take some references to the pumpkins carvings that we have online. So just fill in all the gaps. So as you can see, I'm kind of like speeding up the video. Don't mind me. This is the first time I'm really attempting Halloween tutorial. Okay, so improvise. Just see what you want to do, and then don't forget the nose. And then touch up in there. Now this is the orange body paint that I got from Daiso. It's only $2 here in Singapore. So this paint is actually very watery. In fact, it is water soluble, so easy to remove, and it also means that for those of you who are like me, who tend to perspire easily, this body paint will actually kind of like drip off your face, or well, it might be a good thing because it may make your whole Halloween makeup look more eerie. But for now, just cover it for the rest of the face. Like I mentioned before, you could kind of like do it on both sides of the face, but I chose to do two different things on either half of my face, so you can see what's going on later. For this side of the face where you're doing the real pumpkin head on your face, do bring the color down to your neck to bring in some realistic, because I do plan to wear a black, not really a costume, but just a black hoodie, so that I cover my head and my neck area, so this will make it more realistic, like this is really a pumpkin head. But as a pumpkin head, trace out your pumpkin lines, how pumpkins are. You have those not really lines, but more like how the fruit is actually. So I'm not trying to be neat here because it's supposed to be a freak. So just make not really a big mess, but don't need to be too tidy here, or too you don't need a ruler or everything. Just draw the lines, make it messy, have some shadows here and there. Yeah, it's supposed to be freaky. Okay, once you're happy with what you're done, just make sure that the ending part where it's around the neck area. Well, it depends on what you're gonna wear. I'm keeping things simple, so it's kind of like a easy to do kind of makeup. In fact, you look at this half of the face, it looks freaky enough. If you want to, you can stop here. Oops, a slight mistake. I'll correct it later. And for the other half of the face, you can do a very nice makeup, on the side, but I decided to go with the other design. So I'm just covering the other half of the face with the white eye primer earlier around the eye area, because that's where the other design is going to be drawn. So just blend it out so that it keeps the whole eye and face area rather whitish. And because we're going to add on some colors around that area of the face and the eye, so this step kind of like makes it easier for the colors to show. It's still a pumpkin freak design, but it's something that's cuter. So I'm just applying orange eyeshadow all over the eye area. The emphasis is on the eye area to have more orange, and then you kind of like spread the color of orange all over the face. So I'm using several shades of orange. So as long as you're happy with the color outcome, just pick an orange. You could even use orange blush if you don't really have orange eyeshadow. Just any orange eyeshadow will do. Just you don't need to be neat here at the same as what I mentioned, because this is supposed to be a Halloween tutorial. So I thought as a pumpkin freak, it could be quite messy in a way. So I'll just take some time to blend it out. After this, we are going to apply a little bit of the orange body paint on the eye area where the main design is going to take place. So I'm applying all this powder to make the whole face look orange in a way. The color tone is quite I would say consistent. Yep. And then with the powder on the area, if you apply body paint, hopefully it helps to keep the staying power better, because like I mentioned, this is a water-based body paint. You can see. So I'm applying the body paint now over the area of the eye. Almost imagine that you are going like your eye mask, but try not to get too near to your eyes. As I mentioned, in the product packaging, it mentioned not to get it into your eyes and your lips. That's why I'm applying some eyeshadow there. So right after this, I'm going to blot it off a little bit so that it's not too watery, and then using just a pencil eyeliner, and then just trace out roughly a shape of a pumpkin. Now I'm using the eye as a feature for this pumpkin face, so just draw in those triangles, and then that's where you notice when you close your eyes, do your eyeliner, but trace it in a way that it forms the mouth of the pumpkin. So this is what I'm doing now. More or less I'm done tracing out the pumpkin. So you have one side that's more like a real freak, and the other side that's I'll kill the pumpkin with moving lips. Well, you can wear a hat, or you have something that's eerie enough to frame up your face. Yeah. Or, well, put on a hoodie like what I did. And more or less we come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos. See you soon. Bye bye.